in Lebanon who was killed in a drone strike. Junior doctors in England have begun what could be the longest strike in the history of the National Health Service. And Tesla has lost its number one position for selling the most electric vehicles globally to Chinese company BYD. That's the latest feature story news. John Beaver reporting.
Good morning. It's a KCHW morning show. This is hold on just a second. This is Chuck Ritchie. I'm here with Sharon Ludwig and Lavonne Ellis. We are your Wednesday morning talk show. Hold on just a second. What's going on, Sharon?
When you touched that, all of a sudden I couldn't hear very well.
Oh,
anymore.
did you lose your headphones? We got off to a little bit of a late start this morning. We've been having some technical difficulties. That happens when you're off the air for a couple of weeks.
I can hear you, but it went funny.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're missing a channel for some reason. The right channel. I got a note on the board from Dr. Jazz when I came in this morning that the right channel isn't coming through, and I'm not hearing it either.
It's my left ear that's not hearing anything.
Oh, weird.
But
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's radio, folks.
That's live radio,
right?
Yeah.
So how you guys doing this morning?
Well, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll be better when it's light this time of day.
Oh, I know, right?
Yes.
How you, Lavonne?
I don't like it. I'm doing good. Had a great Christmas, I guess, holiday. I can't think of it.
A great holiday.
You know what I'm saying?
Great holiday
season. Yeah, it was
season.
great.
Yeah, it's New Year. Do you believe it's 2024 already?
I know, and I'm writing 2024, and I'll probably do it for about 2 weeks, and then I'll say 2023 again.
Oh, yeah.
I still occasionally find
I'm
myself...
so glad I don't write checks anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I write a lot of them.
Well, everything's auto pay for me.
I needed to write a check the other day, and I don't own checks. I don't buy them. I don't use them, and I had to write a check the other day for something, and I didn't have one, and it was a little frustrating. So we're gonna go ahead.
We are in a.
What's that?
Okay, sorry. Just times change.
Oh yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. So we're gonna go ahead take a look at the weather really quick. Looks like it's gonna be 39 degrees for our high today. We're gonna have some snow this morning. I don't know if you looked out. It seems a little rainy.
Oh,
yeah.
This weather forecast said some. Well, snow and rain mix, so that's about right. I noticed last night I was up kind of late, and we did have a little bit of snow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't even enough to coat the ground, but it was snowing.
Yeah, I had to use the windshield wipers on the car when I came down because it was kind of a misty, rainy kind of thing.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Yeah.
Well, I was prepared this morning to go scrape snow or ice because it was.
I have a garage, and I park my car in the garage.
Oh,
yeah.
Don't you know garages for storing junk you'll never use?
Yeah, it did that for a long time until I told my kids they had to get all their stuff out of my garage.
Who puts their car in a garage? Responsible people, not me.
Lazy people who don't want to scrape their windows.
Right?
Yeah, that's me.
Well, I don't even have a garage, so catch yourself lucky there. I have a series of mismatched sheds.
Aha.
Pardon me. So rain and snow continuing through the evening, possibly a snow shower or two overnight. Otherwise, it's going to be mostly cloudy, low around 35 overnight. Tomorrow, we're going to have a high of 38 degrees, 32 for the low. Once again, a mix of rain and snow. Then that's going to taper off for Friday, 38 degrees for the high, 33 for the low, and cloudy skies. But then Saturday, looks like we might actually get some snow. We got a 73% chance. There's might get about an inch of snow during the day and maybe a little bit more overnight. I know yesterday it was calling for about 3 inches overnight Friday night, but it looks like it's just a little skiff now. So it's changing every day. And then Sunday, 34 degrees for your high, 21 for the low, partly cloudy skies. Then Monday, more snow. 54% chance of snow on Monday with the low of 28 degrees. Tuesday, more snow with that's a 74% chance of snow with a high of 35, low of 23 degrees. Then Wednesday of next week, 30 and 14. It's cooling down. with partly cloudy skies.
It's nice to hear the snow, but I want it up at 49.
Right?
A lot up there.
Well, if we get a little down here, then we'll get a lot up there, right?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah. And, we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but the Winterfest is coming up in 1 month from today.
That's right. And
That's
then
right.
they need snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We really, really need snow for that event.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
things have been looking a little bleak. I guess depending on your viewpoint. I'm not a big winter sports fan guy myself, but we do need the snow, especially for the fire season next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's times when
And it's good for business.
It is. Yeah, it's good for business. And the ski hill needs it. I mean, that's a big portion of our town's income during the winter is that snow. So we really need that snow. Plus, when you go outside and it's like 31, 32 degrees and you get that drizzly rain or the sort of foggy mist, it is so much colder than, if it's like in the teens and clear and crisp and dry. It just cuts straight to your bones, and it's like a painful cold when it gets like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's messy.
Yeah.
Just messy.
Yeah.
Tracks in. Yeah. I hate it.
And I was talking with someone yesterday who deals with cattle, and they said that is the worst weather for the cattle.
Oh, really?
It's much better. It's much
yeah.
better when the ground is frozen and there's a little bit of snow. When it gets like that, then the cattle basically sop around in the mud all winter, and they end up getting illnesses because they can't ever get dried out. Yeah. And they're always soppy and wet, and you know how it's like when you're like that, you always get sick.
Yeah.
Especially when you're slopping around in the mud in the winter, Sharon.
Which I do all the time.
Right? I know. I had to pull you out yesterday. Sharon, get out of the mud. Yeah. She's like a kid over there. So we're going to take a look at the breakfast and lunch menu for the local schools here. I have them open. Today, we are, oh my goodness, it looks so weird to see January on the menu. Sharon, I should know this, but is school back in session yet?
I believe it is.
Okay, because I am looking.
No, that's wrong.
Okay.
It starts Monday.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think they have the rest of this week off.
That makes sense. Okay, because, I'm looking at the lunch menus, and they don't start till January 8th, so I was a little bit off here.
And some schools did start yesterday. I believe Inchelium started yesterday or today.
Okay.
And some of the other area schools started.
Well, that's actually kind of nice. I remember when I was a kid going back to school January 2nd every year, no matter what day of the week. Well, unless it was the weekend. It was the first. We didn't go back to school on the 1st, but it was always the 2nd.
Yeah.
You'd go back to school.
And you just didn't have enough vacation yet.
No, they
Never enough.
What did they get? 3 weeks here?
No, it's just about 2.
2?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, never mind about the breakfast and lunch menus. I don't know about you guys, but I did not have any breakfast this morning.
I didn't either, and I'm not sure what I'm having when I go home.
I had a cookie. Does that count?
Yes, because especially if it's an oatmeal raisin cookie, because you have your fruit, you have your grain with the oatmeal. Yeah, it's a very healthy breakfast.
It's health food. It's
yeah,
health food.
Yeah.
What kind of cookie was it?
It was a butter pecan melt away.
Oh, yeah.
When they're sandy with the powdered sugar coating.
I'm not sure that's real healthy.
No, it's probably not.
Who cares?
But they're little, so that
that
that's
counts. Good. Yeah.
Pecans are good for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and head into the bits and breaks here. I'm going to go ahead and get us kicked off here. So a motorcyclist in Kalamazoo, Michigan disappeared into the Kalamazoo River Monday after fleeing from officers who had attempted to pull him over for a license plate violation. The motorcyclist abandoned his bike and ran into the river after a brief chase. The body cam showed the man initially attempting to swim across the river, but then stopping in the middle. They called for backup, but then tried to coax the man towards the bank, but they lost sight of him and he went underwater. Oh, I hope he got away. Despite extensive search efforts, including boats and air units, the man was not located.
So that isn't what my bits and breaks
you know what?
says.
Because I am in the wrong section.
I was thinking that, yeah.
I'm the one telling you guys.
January 3rd, right?
Yeah, I'm the one telling you guys what to do, and I went to the wrong section. I'm sorry.
Mine says today, Wednesday, is Vampire Sneeze Practice Day.
Yes.
That's
so much
one
funnier than my story.
Yeah.
I was reading that. I was like, wait, this isn't a funny story at all.
The vampire sneeze is a term used to describe the recommended way of sneezing to prevent the spread of germs. It involves sneezing into the crook of your elbow rather than into your hands. This method is likened to how a vampire might draw their cape up over their face, hence the name. The idea is that sneezing into your elbow is more hygienic because it reduces the likelihood of spreading germs through hand contact with surfaces or other people.
But
I've never heard it called a vampire sneeze.
But then when you're done, you
No.
have to go,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
one sneezy. And Lavonne, you wrote a poem about the vampire sneeze, didn't you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure,
yeah.
I did.
Go ahead. Read us a little poetry, Lavonne.
All right. Sure, I love to read poetry on the radio. In the crook of your arm, let your sneezes take flight like a vampire cloaked in the dead of night. Not in your hands where germs can cling, but in your elbow, a safer thing. It guards the world from a sneeze's spree, a simple act, yet mighty as can be. So next time you feel a tickle or wheeze, remember the power of the vampire sneeze.
Achoo.
Achoo! Oh, that was good. Leila.
Wow. So, did you do any traveling during the holidays?
No, I did
No.
not, but we had family, kids, a daughter and her family came from Germany, Munich, and a son came from Utah. So we
Oh.
had company for a week. It was great.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
We saw nobody.
Oh.
We had COVID going through the house and right up until right through Christmas up until about the 28th or 27th.
Wow.
So it was a nice little respite. We just kind of stayed to ourselves and didn't go around other people for a while and yeah. But we're doing some traveling now. We're heading to Seattle this evening, or actually, gosh, like 3:00 in the morning tonight, I guess.
Oh, my.
Ooh,
Yeah.
really? That quick?
Yeah. And it's we're gonna go we were gonna go visit some family and go to a convention and but yeah, so I'm kind of looking at the weather and it's looking like we might have a little icky drive into Spokane at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Might get a little freezing rain or some snow, but
Yeah.
the show must go on, right?
Yeah. I always worry about deer more than I worry about the condition of the road. I just,
Yeah.
the times we've hit deer has been at night.
Well,
You hit there?
Yeah. Or we've had deer hit us over the years.
Yeah.
A couple of times.
Wow.
I'm gonna try knocking on a wood because I've
Yeah.
never hit one.
Oh, but
I
then
hit
you're one of those from Stevens County, either those who have hit deer or those who are going to hit a deer.
Right? See, I better
Yeah.
watch out because
Wow.
Alan on Wednesdays, he said that one day on the radio, and I'm double knocking on wood right now. Do you hear it?
Okay, yeah, I do.
Okay. Yeah, because he said that on the radio one time a few years ago, and then within a month he hit I think 2 or 3 deer.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Oh dear, it was crazy. It just kept happening over and over again. Poor guy.
Oh.
So speaking of driving, this is a thing from social media. Women are asking their husbands if you had a different wife or different areas of your wife, who would be driving different areas of your if you had a different wife
What?
or different areas of your wife,
Of your life?
Of your
Maybe?
wife. Yeah.
different areas of your life. Who would be your driving wife? This whole thing makes absolutely no sense. I think someone had a seizure while they were typing this. Maybe.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
but the
sure.
second line
but it does say
makes it
different
more
wife
clear.
for different areas of your wife. So your
different
wife.
areas of your life. So
no,
if you
of your
Yeah.
wife.
different areas of your wife.
Yeah, because she's the cook, she's the babysitter, she's the
Okay.
mother, all that kind of stuff. And then
Well, the next line is more clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so if you guys had a different spouse for cooking, cleaning, driving, or in the bedroom, who would you choose, and who would fill the role? Wow, that is a weird question. I think what it is kind of like I would love to clone myself, so I could have
Yeah.
one of me to do the cleaning, and one of me to do the tasks, and one of me to do all the chores. So if you had a different spouse for every
Oh, you're
area,
the perfect husband. You really are.
yeah. Well,
I've seen you in action.
I'd like somebody else
Aw.
to do the cooking because that's not my favorite thing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll cook enough to eat, but so when my kids come and they cook, it's wonderful. I just sit and watch them, or I'll help them. But
oh yeah,
yeah, I'd like to have a cook.
I like to cook, but with everything going on, it's just, sometimes it's throw something in the air fryer and here you go, kids, eat up, But
Well, we all do that. So, but
right?
yeah, a cook. I think a man who cooks is like ideal,
Yeah.
the perfect husband.
I will have to say, speaking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Lavonne.
No,
Did I
that's
cut you off? No. When we go to, I'm not. I'm a decent driver, but I don't like driving in the city. Like, especially if it's a city I'm unfamiliar with. So when we travel and we go in a big city, my wife usually does the driving because she's nuts. Yeah, she always has one foot on the gas and one foot on the brake, and she's good at getting in there and zipping in, and she has no fears of getting hit, and she has a philosophy of they'll stop, they'll slow down, and I can't do that. I have to wait and wait. And if I go to a big city, and I'm trying to wait to be let into traffic, they're not going to let you in. You have to just force your way in there, and I have a hard time with that.
Yeah, I don't like driving in the city.
No, I mean Spokane is fine. Spokane I don't think counts as driving in the city.
I don't think so either.
No, that's a pretty small city, but
no.
Yeah, going to Seattle or Dallas. Dallas is the worst. I don't know if you've ever been in Dallas, but the worst drivers in the world are from Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible! I've been there.
Salt Lake, Utah is terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Texans, but you guys need to go back to driver school. A lot to love about your state, but your drivers are the least of them. So yeah, the Girl Scout cookies go on sale. Did you see that?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. See, speaking of cookies for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take the what are they called? The mint chocolate ones. That's my favorite. What's your favorite?
I like the ones that have the coconut and the chocolate. What are they called?
Yeah, the Samoas.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Those are the best.
Yeah. And even just the plain ones, I think they're called trefoils or something. Anyway, with ice cream. I really like those. I call those the ice cream cookies. You use your
You're making
cookie
me hungry.
Use your cookie instead of a spoon.
Wow, that's a good idea.
That sounds great.
You can find Girl Scout cookie ice cream in the stores at certain times of the year. Have you ever noticed that?
Really?
I did see that once. Yeah. Didn't buy any, but I saw it once.
I can't do the dairy, and they don't make any dairy free. So, but I buy it for the kids, and I watch them eat it.
Yeah.
I try to walk by the freezer as fast as possible.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see the different flavors. I'm afraid to look.
Yeah. Well, and if it's in the freezer at my house, it talks to me. The ice cream container.
Yes.
As you walk by, hey, I'm in here. Don't you want to have some of me?
Sharon.
Yep. That's it.
You want this creamy goodness.
Yep.
But if you go, there's a website here. If you go to girlscouts.org, there's a place you can type in your zip code and find out where in your area you can go to find cookies. Ooh, I just typed in 99109. Let's see where we can find cookies. It doesn't say yet.
Oh.
37 days. They told us Girl Scout cookie season was almost here.
Well, that's sooner than 100 days.
That's true. That's true. We can start the countdown now.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do it every day. We'll do every morning on the morning show. We'll do a Girl Scout cookie countdown. Hey, Sharon, tell us.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Tell us about some stuff we're tired of here, Sharon.
Well, I read through this, and I think we're all tired of all of them, or not really. Elon Musk, Zoom meetings.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Men in cargo shorts.
How's the Zoom meeting go for you right now, Lavonne?
It's going great. I don't mind Zoom meetings. They keep me in touch with everybody.
Yeah, I don't mind them either because you don't have to leave the house.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yep. Men in cargo shorts. I don't mind that either. I don't know what's wrong with that, but
wear what you're comfortable with. I mean,
exactly.
I've recently gotten over my love of cargo shorts. I used to say you can rip them off my cold dead hiney, but I don't know. I not so much anymore. But I don't. Why do you care what other people wear? You know, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Billionaire adventurers. I don't even know if I know any billionaire adventurers. You know.
Well, the ones who went in space.
Oh,
Didn't
okay.
they have their own rocket ships or something?
Yeah.
Well, there's like a competition now, right? For who has
Yeah.
the toys that can go the furthest. Between what is it, Richard Branson and Elon Musk and
And I don't
there's
pay
a couple
attention.
others. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
care.
All social media, but especially Facebook. I don't know. I check my Facebook every day just because I have kids who post on there. Although I have one of the kids who came home for Christmas said they haven't checked Facebook for years. I'm thinking, oh, how do you know who's
Well,
doing what? You know.
yeah, I've heard, kind of to my shock, that it's considered the old people's social media now.
That's what I've
Yeah.
heard too. Yeah.
And then, well,
I
here
think
we are.
the young people are onto TikTok and other things. I don't know.
Yeah, TikTok
Instagram.
and are they using Instagram?
I don't know.
There's
It
a
seems like Instagram is the hot one for most people now.
or
Yeah.
Discord.
I still don't understand Instagram. Terrible.
I thought it was still just a place to just post pictures, and apparently
Isn't
you can.
it?
Yeah.
Can you comment? I don't use. I have an Instagram
Yes.
account, but I don't use it. So
I don't
know.
either.
You can comment.
Yeah. And then it says Taylor Swift deniers. That woman is a force not to be messed with. I don't ever hear anything against Taylor Swift. I just, I don't pay attention to those rich and famous people.
I can't tell you how many times I've been here in the station and a song comes on. I couldn't. I honestly, I'm not a Swiftie, but there are quite a few times when I'm in here and a song comes on and I'm bopping to it and I'm not really paying attention and I look up at the screen. It's almost always Taylor Swift.
Is that right?
Wow.
Yeah. She.
Yeah.
I mean, she is a force to be reckoned with for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
I wouldn't run into her in a dark alley. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, I saw a story about her. I think it was her Seattle conference, or not conference, whatever you call those, concert.
Mm-hmm.
And she had all these people, and at one point she kind of disappeared and came into the back where all the people were in the very back with the worst seats, and she sang a song from back there. Is that cool?
Wow.
That is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that made me like her.
Yeah.
Whether the story was true or not, I don't know. Okay, the next one says dating apps and swiping, but I don't do dating apps. I don't need one.
Let's
It's
hope
been-
not.
Yeah, so long.
Yeah. And the next one says reality TV shows.
Oh, God, yes.
Some of them
Ugh.
some of them that are considered reality I like. There's some do-it-yourself type things, or there's like Maine
That's
Cabin
true.
Masters. I really like those guys. They fix up cabins in the state of Maine. There's a few others there's some that I it's the same format all the time, and I don't care for them. You see them once.
Yeah, the competitions are the ones I don't like,
Oh.
or Survivor. And I
Oh,
know
yeah, I've
it's still
never-
very popular, but
I've
ugh,
never even
not
watched
for
it.
me.
Or those dating ones, where some guy has all these girls or some girl has all these
Yeah,
guys.
Oh,
on
those
their-
Bachelorette,
yeah,
yeah.
those are ridiculous.
Yeah, I just
And
see the
the
commercials, but
Kardashians and the
and I've never
what's
seen
the
them.
housewives, all the different housewives ones.
I've never
Oh.
watched any of those.
No, me
I've
either.
never
They're
even-
horrible.
You know what I like? British Bake Off.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
you said that.
That's my speed right there. Everybody
Yeah.
gets
That's a
along.
good one.
There's nice, gentle music playing. There's beautiful pastries.
Well, and there's one with the kids bake off that
Yeah.
I think that's so cute and so fun.
Yeah.
And I'm so amazed that they can cook and bake as well as they do. And I don't ever see a recipe out there. So
No.
they've got that in their head. I just think that's amazing.
One of the formats of that one, as opposed to American ones, is they're timed, yes, but they're timed to give them enough time to bake the best thing they
Oh,
can bake.
yeah.
They don't have twists. They don't do things to like screw with them or
Oh,
mess
yeah.
up their bakes. They just want to have them make the best thing they can.
Nice.
And
nice.
Yeah.
to me, that's just such a refreshing change from always having to last bakers. You have a twist, It's like,
Yeah.
come on, just I want to see what they can do. Don't. Yeah. It
Well, I like those little blocks. Okay, what do you call them? The blocks that they do over at the library.
Lego.
Legos. There's a
Yeah.
Lego show that I like that's
Yes.
a reality. And they have twists.
Yo, yeah.
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 Yeah. The host is kind of dorky, but you know.
That's one of the best parts. He is a dork.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a quick minute here because I forgot to do something. Sorry to cut you off. Just a second here. Drum roll, please. So I'm waiting for it to start. I forgot. For those of people on Facebook, I forgot to click go live on our Facebook feed.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Oh dear, because
Yeah.
Gino's at home wanting to go live, and so.
Oh, I know. So for those of you listening on Facebook, I apologize. We're just now going live. I guess better late than never, right?
Yeah.
I
But you missed a lot of stuff.
You did. You missed the weather.
Yeah.
You missed not having school lunches. No, on our software, there's two different locations I have to start the Facebook feed. YouTube and Twitch all are from a single button. And Facebook is one I have to do it on the streamer first and then the Facebook feed. And I forgot to click the second Facebook feed. So welcome, Facebook viewers. Apologies for the late start. So
All right.
there you go.
Next thing says new versions of giant tumblers. You know, I do see people carrying around awfully big tumblers or bottles, and I think, is there water in there or is there something else?
I guess it depends. It's always fun to use your imagination, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
What are they drinking in there?
Yeah, I just
What is
guess
that?
I don't drink enough water.
Oh, that person tripped. Are they? What is that? Vodka?
And then the last one says the tips, tricks, and overall pressure to be more productive at work or in my life. Sometimes you just need to slow down. You don't need to be doing all these things, you know.
There's a lot of pressure. Yeah.
Yep.
It's hard though to slow down when you got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, well,
But-
you put things in order and you... Well, I
Yeah.
did that once years ago. I had all this stuff going on, so I did one of those, I call them like a T chart, and on one side I put everything that I did, and on the other side I put all the things that I didn't want to do, and all the things I did I still wanted to do. So I just had to figure out how I could get them all done,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yep. Wow. Yeah, those are. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there, and there are days when you just want to do nothing and not have to hear about it or feel guilty about it. And I think doing nothing should be glorified the way that people glorify busy.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You hear all the time, oh, my kids are doing this and this and this and this. And I hear some people like, oh, my kids, played on the computer all day and then they took a nap and they made a sandwich. I'm like, yay, go kids. You know?
Well, Chuck, I wrote that book, Getting Blank Done.
Yeah.
Won't say that word. And I've been thinking of revising it or updating it to be Getting Less Blank Done. I think we do too much. I really do.
We do. It's a constant struggle to stop and slow down. So
But if you want somebody to help you or somebody to do something, you ask the busiest person because you know that they can get it done.
mm-hmm.
It seems
No,
like...
because they don't know how to say no.
Well, that's
Right.
true, too.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. At one point, I had this great big no written on my wall, right by my phone.
No.
No.
I love it. So Lavonne, there's so many luxury brands out there, and I have a hard time sometimes pronouncing them because they're all spelled kind of funny. Can you give us a little some tips on pronouncing some of these brands?
I was reading some of this and thinking, oh, do you really pronounce it like that? I don't know. Okay, so a comedian has gone viral because he was talking about Hermes bags and pronounced it Hermes. He was corrected by a member of the audience. Everyone had a good laugh. So here's how you pronounce some of these snooty luxury brands.
Ooh.
So the first one, it looks to me like they're both pronounced the same. But anyway, Gucci, the correct pronunciation, it says, is Gucci, not Gucci. So I guess I'm reading that wrong.
What?
Yeah.
Those look the same to me.
Yeah, and when I first read that, I thought it said Gucci's. I put an SE on it.
I'm not a fan of goat
Maybe
cheese
it
myself.
means Gucci. Maybe it means the emphasis on the second one is wrong.
Oh, maybe.
On the second syllable.
Yeah.
Do
So
people,
anyway,
do people say Gucci?
Hermes is the correct pronunciation is Hermes,
Mm-hmm.
not Hermes or Hermes. Okay, well, yeah. See, I took French in high school, so I don't know how to pronounce it wrong. Jean-Paul Gaultier is Jean-Paul Gaultier, not Jean-Paul Gaultier. Okay.
Oh.
Louis Vuitton. I see. I watch too much TV. I hear the celebrities pronounce these things. The correct pronunciation is Louis Vuitton. Vuitton. Okay, and not Louis Vuitton. Okay, Versace
It's Louis Vuitton,
is
right? Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. I
Wow.
thought it was Louis Vuitton.
That's weird. I didn't
That's
know
what
that either.
the celebrities say. Louis Vuitton.
Huh.
Louis Vuitton. I don't know.
I
Versace,
pronounce it out of my
correct
price range.
pronunciation. Yeah. No, see, I got this one wrong. Versace, the correct pronunciation is Versace, not Versace. So I got that wrong. Balenciaga, yeah, Balenciaga. I don't see how what the bad pronunciation is.
Balenciaga? I don't know. I
don't know.
I don't understand the wrong pronunciation.
I don't even know what any of these are.
I haven't heard of half of these either.
Yeah,
I
me
mean, I
neither.
don't know if they're shoes or they're handbags or they're clothes. You know, I have no idea.
So the correct pronunciation here is Balmain, not Balmain. Okay, Balmain, Balmain. It's the French thing. Oh, this one I always get wrong. Now it looks to me like Givenchy, but it's Givenchy. Givenchy. Okay.
Okay.
Burberry, not Burberry. Okay.
I like Burberry's,
I like-
especially on ice cream
Yeah.
with those Girl Scout cookies. Mm.
And they make great coats. There's where I used to live in San Diego, there was an outlet store for Burberry, and I got a really great coat, cheap. So there you go.
Nice.
Moet. No, I wouldn't have said it that way. Moet Chandon. Never heard of it. Is that a champagne
It
or
is.
something?
It is.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Well, no
pronounced.
wonder I never heard of it.
It's Moet. I always thought it was Moet et Chandon, but it's Moet. You just because the first word looks like Moet, and then it's et, so you just skip
Yeah, but in French,
Moet.
et is pronounced a.
Huh.
Et. So I don't know.
This is
I'm just
wrong.
remembering high school French here. Okay, so Montclair. What? You people.
I was getting frustrated.
This makes no sense. The correct pronunciation is Montclair, not Montclair. Okay? Not my high school French.
I don't even know what that one is.
Moschino, isn't that the cherries? Those
yeah,
bright red cherries?
Those are
correct-
Marshinos.
Aren't those the cherries I
Oh,
put in my
that's
old
right.
fashions?
Yeah. Okay, so the correct pronunciation is Moschino, not Moschino, which is what I just said.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm wrong. Adidas. The correct pronunciation is Adidas. Oh, not Adidas. Oh, interesting.
Is Adidas really considered a luxury brand?
I don't know. It's the only
No.
one I knew.
Right?
If I can afford it, no. Yves Saint Laurent. Both the Y and T letters are silent. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yves Saint Laurent. Zara. Oh, that sounds familiar. It's pronounced Zada.
Zara is the name of
What?
our radio software as well.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I didn't know we had luxury radio software. It certainly doesn't work like luxury anything.
And Bulgari instead of Bulgari, which is what I would have said. And Miu Miu. Yeah, the correct
Miu Miu.
pronunciation. I don't even know what these products what Bulgari, I should say. Isn't that a watch or something? I
think
don't know.
so. That sounds right.
It's a boulevard watch, isn't it?
Oh, that's right.
That dates me, you know.
Yeah.
That's a brand a long time ago.
I prefer a Swass watch. How did Swatch? Swass was a Sir Mix-a-Lot song. God, both of those statements date me. Well, I don't know.
The in thing
Not
now
as
is
much,
the
but-
Apple Watch. Everybody wants an Apple Watch,
And
I
I
guess.
just have a cheap Timex.
I don't.
I don't even wear a watch anymore. My phone is my watch.
Oh, yeah. Well, I leave my phone places I should never leave it, you know. So it's not always with me.
But
But I
Yeah.
like the next section.
yeah. So these are things that we've all learned from medical ads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Number one is that all senior citizen couples live on the beach and have a golden retriever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. And they all like to play on the beach.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Don't we, Sharon?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we do.
Yeah. I'm just impressed that they can actually walk and run in the sand. I have a hard time with that one.
Oh.
Sand is tough.
Then it says all women laugh and dance in meadows during menopause. I do not remember doing that when I went through that.
With like gentle leaves falling and flowers
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah. Yeah.
Overweight people cannot date or go on vacations until they are on a weight loss medication. They can't do anything.
Ouch.
Oh, that's just not very nice. You know?
No.
No.
I have overweight friends, and I do notice that they're overweight, but they're still my friends, and we do all kinds of things, you know?
Yeah.
So erectile dysfunction happens to handsome men who suffer no signs of depression over it. In fact, they seem downright happy over it.
What?
Giddy even.
The side effects of drugs are generally worse than the condition they cure or control. I find that very interesting because one of them is death, you know,
Right.
on a lot of the
Yeah,
commercials.
when they have to read the list really fast so you barely understand it of all the side effects.
Yeah.
I just always wonder, why would anybody take this medication after hearing this list?
Yeah.
You know, I don't remember what it was, but it was probably 20 years ago or so maybe. There was a medication that was supposed to make women's eyebrows fuller. Like that was the point of this medication.
A medication?
Yeah, it was this drug that they were advertising. It was very short lived. I don't know if anyone else even remembers it, but if I remember correctly, it was to make women's eyebrows thicker and fuller. And they started
Well,
reading
I could use that.
Yeah. But they started reading the side effects of this drug, and one of them was like death. It was like, you know, severe diarrhea and you know, all sorts of like health problems and including death. I'm like, just use a pencil or something and fill it in, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody notices.
Well, now
Yeah.
they have microblading.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, what the heck is that? It's like cutting a little tattoo into your eyebrow, cutting the skin.
I wondered about that.
Blading.
I saw some of those on TV, and I asked my kids, I said, why do they have that little cut? And nobody knew why.
Ugh,
Yeah. It's kind of
crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
I've seen a thing recently for men to grow thicker facial hair. It's like this medieval torture roller device full of like little sharp spikes.
Really?
And you roll it all over your
Oh.
face, and you watch the videos of these guys rolling, and your face afterwards is like all bloody and full of these little
Oh, yeah.
microscopic holes. They're basically like a
no.
needle roller,
Oh,
and you roll this thing over your face, and it's supposed to increase your hair growth on your face. I don't think it works.
Ah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Where are we?
Okay, they you can get drugs for conditions you didn't know required drugs.
Right.
We were just talking about that.
yeah.
Crazy.
And then there's drugs to control the side effects of those drugs.
Yeah.
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 And the last one here, tooth whiteners give you perfectly straight, even teeth with no chips or gaps.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it fixes your teeth. It fixes all your problems, and your teeth are perfect. All
Oh,
you gotta
get
do
me
is use
some
this
right
toothpaste.
away.
That's right. And don't you guys scroll down. Don't scroll down anymore because
Okay.
we're
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah. Make sure you scroll way up to the top
Okay.
because we're
Okay.
gonna You guys are going to go head to head. We're going to do a little trivia.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Competition.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, we got about 6 minutes left until we need to head to the break. And here we go with a little bit of trivia. So 20% of the world's freshwater sources are located where? This is a country.
The Great Lakes.
20% of the world's, that is wrong.
Really?
But 20% are located where? Actually,
How about Canada?
I think you might be sort of right. Yes, you are correct, Sharon. It is Canada. Are some of the Great Lakes in Canada? Parts of them are, right?
Yes, parts
Yeah.
of them are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess
So I'm partly
you're
right.
partly right. So Lavonne, you get like
But Sharon's right.
you get a half a point. Sharon gets a point. Okay.
Okay.
You get a half a point. Sharon gets 30 points.
Well, I wouldn't have thought of that except she said the Great Lakes. And that made my brain think of Canada.
Okay, so there are 1,381 of these in New York City.
Well, it's more than bathrooms. It must be apartments.
No,
No.
1,381 of these. I'm assuming there are more than 1,000.
Skyscrapers?
No, but some of these could be in skyscrapers, I guess.
Like hotels?
Elevators.
Or motels?
Sharon, you're on fire today. It is hotels.
Whoa.
Wow.
I would have thought there
Nice.
was more.
Yeah,
You know, that
That's a lot.
it is a lot.
that is a lot. It's a lot more than we have in Chihuahua.
Well, but they have a lot more people in New York
That's
than
true.
we have.
That's true.
We don't want to have that many people. That's why we live in Chihuahua.
That's right. Okay, so this next one is Spy the Lie. So two of these are true. One of them is a lie. So mosquitoes flap their wings 1,000 times a second. 5 of the 10 most popular boat names are Second Wind, Serenity, Seize the Day. Oh, I like that one. Seize the Day, SEAS, and Freedom. And the last one here, there are about 11,000 new car dealerships in the United States.
Since when? I mean,
11,000 ones that sell new cars.
oh,
Not new car dealers,
Oh, yeah.
which
see,
could
that's
also be a new used car dealer.
yeah, that's what I thought you were saying.
So which one is the lie? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Seems to
You're
me the
supposed-
boat names would be the lie, because, of course, I've never seen boat names. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
You're both going with the boat names?
Yeah.
You would both be wrong.
Oh, no.
You'd both be wrong.
no.
So our second choice is. I don't even remember what our first choices were.
The mosquitoes.
Yeah,
I'll
mosquitoes
do the
flap their-
mosquitoes.
Sharon?
Well, mosquitoes, and the other one was
The other one was 11,000 new car dealerships.
the new car dealership.
Sharon, you are right. Just over 18,000. But you
Yeah.
both got it wrong the first time, so you get 0 points.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, you don't get it. We had a boat growing up as a kid, and my dad actually put the name on the boat. It was the Oof Arted. The Oof Arted. Yes.
What's
My dad-
that mean?
What does it mean?
Say it fast. Oof
Oof.
Arted.
R.
Say it fast, Sharon.
Oof our Ted?
Yes, say it again.
Oof our Ted?
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Sorry
I'm
about
sorry.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
My dad's a classy guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and this next one here is a this one's tough. It says I'll begin a story with 3 words. Sharon, you have to continue the story with 3 more words. Lavonne, you have to continue the story with 3 more
no.
words, and then I'll keep it going with 3 more. This isn't a trivia. We're just gonna do a little round. We're just gonna do a little word story to take us out on the break. If you take more than 3 seconds to add to the story or use more or less than 3 words, you are out.
Oh, dear.
Okay. So we'll get it. You guys ready to go?
Yeah.
Do you guys get the premise?
Yeah.
All right. So
No, but go ahead.
this is a word game. I'm gonna give you guys a 3-word prompt to get started. It'll be Sharon and then Lavonne.
Okay.
Lavonne, you should be good at this. You're a writer, right?
Pressure.
3 words each. Here we go. Tina was angry.
At her brother.
For being sick.
On his birthday.
Which was bad.
Yesterday. Oh.
All right, we'll go ahead and call
Okay.
Sharon the winner of that one, and we will get on out of here because I didn't want to keep that one going. So we're going to take a quick break, thank our sponsors, and Lavonne, we are going to feature you for our news. We're gonna not do the Pacific news story anymore during the break for the show, and we'll be featuring KCHW News with Lavonne Ellis. Here we go. We'll be right back after these messages.
You're listening to 102.7 KCHW, Chewelah.
KCHW headlines. I'm Lavonne Ellis. If you're looking for a job, the Mystiqua Hotel would like to talk with you. As the hotel gets ready to open soon on 395 south of Chewelah, it's hosting a job fair this Thursday. The Mystiqua is looking to fill more than 30 positions with a few more seasonal jobs. 2024 is starting off with prices at the pump still dropping. Gas Buddy says the average price for a gallon of regular in the Spokane area is down 4 cents this week to $3.73. Chewelah stations are charging $3.55. In Idaho, the average price of gas fell almost 8 cents to $3.12 a gallon. Ski resorts in eastern Washington are adjusting to lower than normal snowfall, and that's hurting business. At 49 degrees north, snowpack is around 50% of normal levels, but spokesperson Rick Brown says that can change pretty quickly. Brown says they often don't see the majority of their snowfall until January and February. Warmer temps drew bigger crowds for yesterday's annual Coeur d'Alene Polar Bear Plunge. Hundreds of people rang in the new year by taking the plunge in relatively balmy 40-degree weather. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Lavonne Ellis.
It's 8:15.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
Chewelah Motel and RV Park. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, located at 301 South Park Street in Chewelah, offers 14 single or double rooms, each with a refrigerator and microwave, in-room coffee station, Wi-Fi, cable, and 58-inch screen television. 2 Airbnb options are available, both with full kitchens, coffee, and a 65-inch smart TV. They also feature 26 full hookup RV spots with 30-amp service. For reservations, they can be reached at 509-935-4763 or at ChewelahMotelandRVPark.com. Chewelah Motel and RV Park, 301 South Park Street in Chewelah.
This is KCHW 102.7.
And welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show for the second half of the show. We're back here again with Sharon Ludwig, myself, Chuck Ritchie, and Lavonne Ellis. And that was Lavonne. We're gonna start featuring her during our break time news. Yeah. So that's great. We got some local news, and Lavonne. For those of you not familiar with Lavonne, she joined us here at the radio station. How long have you been with the station now, Lavonne? About 4 months.
A few months. I don't know, since September maybe.
Was it September? Was it?
I'm not sure when we started, with the news, but I was here before that.
Okay.
I came in July. I moved here.
But Lavonne, I'd like to give you a big thank you. You've been invaluable to the station. She has been here. She came here hitting the ground, volunteering, learning how to run the programming and use the computers. And she started our along with a few other folks. She's been writing she writes the news every day. We put together a little news team, and Lavonne has been leading the way on there and writing and recording the news every day.
It's been so much fun. I love it.
It's been a joy having you here. And so Lavonne, how long have we known each other, Lavonne? 15 years?
That long, really? I'm not sure.
It was
but it's been a while.
It was before we left Alaska. It's been about 2010,
really?
I think. Yeah.
Well, I guess I was friends with Laura first, and then
that counts.
Met you.
That counts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking credit for my wife's friend. So sorry. But yeah, no, it's been Lavonne, you heard that I was running the radio station here now, and I think it was like the next day you sent me a message and said, "Can I come and help?"
Yeah.
So I'm
bragging. Can I have a job, is what I said.
Yeah.
I said, yes, we can't pay you, but and I was.
But the benefits are good.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, they're not.
They're
not good either. I occasionally split a burrito with you.
Absolutely. That's one of the best benefits.
Thank you so much, Lavonne, for coming here, and now we have Lavonne on Wednesday mornings with us. So
thank you.
It's great.
I love it.
It's been a pleasure. So speaking of Lavonne, why don't you go ahead and take us into celebrity birthdays today?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Of course, I lost my. Oh, here we are.
Oh, no.
Victoria Principal. Remember her from Dallas, the TV show? Yeah, well, in the 80s. She's 74 now, or will be this. What? On January 3rd. Yeah. Okay. Mel Gibson. Sorry, I don't like him anymore. He's 68. And a Formula One legend, Michael Schumacher, is 55. Danica McKellar. Oh, I remember her from the Wonder Years. She's that. She was the girlfriend of Fred, whatever his name was.
Winnie Cooper, one of my first crushes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so beautiful too. And she has written 6 mathematics books. She's a little genius. She's 49.
She is.
Former NFL.
We were talking about the Lego show earlier. There's also one about dominoes, and I believe she is the co-host of one of the show that's, I can't remember the name of it, but it's a show where it's a competitive show where they build these big elaborate domino series, and then they
where you just set one off and the whole thing starts to go. Oh, I love those.
Yeah, and Danica McKellar is one of the co-hosts of that show, and it's really good.
Oh, okay. Former NFL quarterback Eli Manning is 43. Florence Pugh, I love her. I just discovered her recently. What a wonderful actress. She's in Black Widow and Little Women. She's 28. Activist Greta Thunberg, I've heard you pronounce it that way, is 21. She was that young girl who in Sweden who
the activist, the environmental activist.
Yeah. For the environment.
Love her or
climate
hate her.
Change.
Love her or hate her. Could you imagine at 21 years old having the influence that young lady has had on the world?
Oh,
I mean,
I know. I can't imagine anyone hating her, but they do. Some do.
Oh, they do.
Reagan Reboard, Missy on Young Sheldon. I do like that show. She's 16.
Wow.
So young.
Wow. So tell us what happened today, Sharon.
In 1496, Leonardo da Vinci unsuccessfully tested a flying machine.
And somehow survived.
Yeah. And 1871, margarine was patented. I didn't even know they had plastic in 1871.
Right?
Oh, bite my tongue. 1888, the drinking straw was patented. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
It seems like that would have been way before 1880s.
I don't know. 1899, the first known use of the word automobile appeared in an editorial in the New York Times.
Wow.
Yeah. In 1959, Alaska was admitted as the 49th U.S. state.
I remember that. And wasn't Hawaii admitted the same time, the same year?
I'm not sure.
I think they both were, yeah.
1980.
Have to look that up.
Oh, sorry. 1987, Aretha Franklin became the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No,
Good for her.
It wasn't until 1987.
That seems really sad.
That is
doesn't
absurd.
it? Yeah, yeah. 2009, the Bitcoin network was created as the first block of the digital currency was mined by a person or a group of people using the name Satoshi Nakamoto. Did I say that
good.
right?
I think so. That was great.
Okay.
Good job.
2021, in a recording released to the media, Donald Trump told Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, "I just want to find 11,780 votes, which is one more than we have."
Oh, boy.
Well, that's kind of funny.
Not how that works, Donnie.
And in 2023, Chihuahua had about 2 feet of snow on the ground.
Yeah.
I heard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what we had on the ground, or did we have a big snowfall that night?
No, I think we had it on the ground. And I think it was, remember we had all that on our roof and it didn't melt. It just kept adding and adding and adding.
Yeah.
And we got ice dams. And when it finally ran off, it pulled off the gutters off our house and we had to have them replaced. And yeah, it was just a wonderful, wonderful time.
I had more insurance claims in last winter than I've ever had in my entire life combined.
Oh.
We had the roof problems and the ice dams. We have a metal roof, and it got up under the metal roof, and it actually ripped the roof right out of the studs.
Oh, wow.
And it was coming in it was just flowing in our attic, and our laundry room was completely flooded at times and running down the walls.
Oh my God.
And coming through the door couldn't close anymore.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
And then we had an RV. We bought an RV in September. And like 2 months later, the roof collapsed under the snow.
Oh no!
Yeah,
wow.
It didn't collapse, but it was enough to where it broke all the seals and everything because it was weighted down so heavy. Yeah, and it was.
Yeah, I went out and used one of those roof rakes and got the snow off of our RV and off the greenhouse and off the pool or the hot tub and things like that because I knew that it'd be so hard on them. But anyway, that was just okay.
So for today's national holidays and special events, this is one I can get behind. This is the Festival of Sleep Day.
Oh, you didn't tell me. I would have slept in.
We should have done that. We should have celebrated today and just slept in.
Or I could have come in my jammies.
Any day is a good day to come in your jammies. It is Humiliation Day.
Oh, that would be coming in my jammies.
Let's go ahead and skip that one. J.R.R. Tolkien Day. That's cool. Okay. Maybe we'll do a Hobbit marathon.
Yeah.
I was going to say we could watch it on the plane, but we're flying to Seattle, so it's like a 30-minute flight. It is Chocolate Covered Cherry Day.
Ooh.
I don't know. You guys get by the chocolate covered cherries around the holidays?
No. My kids
used to.
Yeah, my kids used to buy a box for their dad every year.
We buy them every year, and I remember as a kid I didn't like them, but for some reason now as an adult I can't get enough. I love those things. Ooh, so good. It's Drinking Straw Day in honor of the invention of the drinking straw in 1888.
Yeah.
So that was after the Civil War. So people in the Civil War didn't have drinking straws?
Well, maybe they did, but that's when it was patented, it said.
Okay, yeah.
So somebody had to have it before that and then finally got smart enough to patent it. Yeah.
We struggled for a while with the reusable drinking straws, and then we found glass drinking straws that are a little bit wider and fatter than the normal ones.
Uh-huh.
Fantastic.
I like the boba type ones, the really big fat ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
we
I
got
have a little brush that you put in there and clean them out.
we
Exactly.
got these glass
Yeah.
ones. They're fat enough and wide enough to where you can actually put them in the dishwasher, and the dishwasher will
Oh,
clean in
nice.
the silverware rack.
Mm.
Yeah,
Nice.
it actually works. It is Right to Congress Day. Should be every day. Right to your Congress, people.
Yep.
Women Rock Day, and that's every day, right?
We do.
Yeah, women rock. But it looks with that exclamation point like maybe it's talking about women in rock. Wasn't there a day with Aretha Franklin becoming the first woman in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Maybe that's why.
Let's just, in every sense of the word, women rock.
Well, and men
It's
rock
the day.
too. People just rock.
That's right. And of course, we covered this earlier. It is Vampire Sneeze Practice Day.
Achoo.
There you go. There you go. I did it for you.
You're good.
Sorry, I'll
That's
stop.
good.
Sorry, everybody. I'll go home now. I'll be here all week. Lavonne, tell us about the number for the day.
Okay, 12.4 million. That is the barrels of oil produced each day in the U.S. in 2023, surpassing the pre-COVID historic high of 12.3 million barrels per day in 2019. What an amazingly fascinating factoid.
I could not sleep tonight if I didn't know that.
Right. So let's go ahead and we got about 30 minutes left of the show. Let's go ahead and move on to some local stuff happening.
All right.
Sharon over here, she has our local birthday calendar. This is the Chewila Valley Lions Club calendar, and then we'll get into some local events happening.
Okay. Today's birthdays: Karen Harting, Jerry Livingston, and an anniversary today is Ron and Becky Washington. If you know them, say that you heard about them on the radio. 'Cause we love people's birthdays and anniversaries.
Scott always says point and laugh and tell him we're talking about him, but
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, point and laugh.
Yeah.
All right, what do we have for local events today, Sharon?
Well, we still have pickleball, as far as I know, and if anybody plays it and anything has changed, please let the radio station know.
Oh yeah.
But we have it at the old middle school, pickleball from 9 to 11:30, 18 and over. It's for free event, I believe, and it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Then they're starting up after a little Christmas break, the Sit and Knit at the Center for the Arts, which is on Wednesdays from 2 to 4 and on Mondays from 6 to 8. And they have quite a few, a regular group of 6 or 8 people who come, and they have people who come who don't know anything about knitting, and they've got people who know, and it's a free event also. And you can come and learn how to knit.
Nice.
So, yeah. Today also is bingo at Fired Up Pizza. And today and tomorrow is a mini cheer camp for little kids. And I don't have the details. Yes, I do too. It's a basketball mini cheer camp. It'll be held this year, today and tomorrow, at Guess Elementary School. And it says, please provide snacks and water for your mini cheer campers. The first session for 4 to 7-year-olds will go from 3:45 to 5. The second session for the 8 to 12-year-olds goes from 5:30 to 7. And the cheerleaders will be at the Guess Elementary at 3:15 to start letting kids into the gym. It's $30 per cheer camper. Registration covers a mini camper's T-shirt, and then they're going to have camp today and tomorrow, and then they are performing at the home basketball this Friday, the 5th, and we play Colfax. So if you want to see a good, cute little show, they really do a good job teaching those little campers how to cheer. It's a nice thing, yeah. So, like I said, the home basketball game Friday with Colfax. Saturday is a away basketball game at Liberty. And Saturday the 6th is also Fired Up Pizza's Finest Karaoke and also Cougar Wrestling. It's called the Black Hawk Invite, which is in Cheney. So then Sunday, Fired Up Pizza with Blues and Brews Jam. And Monday back to Sit and Knit. Let's see. Oh, Starting Monday, this might be of real interest to some of our people. The college in Colville, the community college, is having a digital literacy boot camp.
Oh.
And it's from January 8th to the 24th, Monday through Thursdays. It costs $25, which is very reasonable. It says learn how to access online materials, attend remote classes, use technology to interact with instructors and other students. So if you are struggling and got a new computer for Christmas, you might want to go take this. It's at the Colville Center, room 113, in person. So there's a phone number here to enroll, 509-279-6737.
You know, and I like that because it's you know, there's a lot of people that struggle with some of the technology and stuff, and it's our world this day is becoming harder and harder to get around in if you're not, you know, literate in a lot of technology.
Yeah.
It's just you know, it's not a statement against or for anything. It's just the way the world is, and you got to learn this stuff because it's the way we're headed, you know.
Yeah, and you may not have a desktop computer. You may not even have a laptop computer. But if you have a smartphone, you have a computer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, these things we hold in our hands, they're more capable than the computers that sent the first people to the moon. You know.
Oh yeah.
I mean, these are a marvel compared to you know, those.
But there's a lot of technology in that to learn too.
There is.
Yeah.
There is. There's a lot to navigate.
Yep. So next week on January 10th is a Cougar Wrestling home game, the only home game that I can see on the schedule for this whole season. And it's senior night, and it's a wrestling match next the 10th.
Okay. Hey, Sharon, you need to get a little closer to the mic.
Sorry, the 10th.
Okay.
That's Wednesday. Well, it's kind of hard to read through this mesh, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you can move the mesh out of your way if it's making it harder for you. There you go.
Okay, that's much better.
There we go.
Yeah. So then also next Wednesday, the 10th, Stage Time Theater School starts.
Oh.
And the production they're doing this semester, this quarter, is The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, and so classes start on Wednesday at 3:15 for the preschool through 5th graders, and then at 5:15 for the 6th through senior and high schools, the older kids. They will learn how to do an audition that first day of class, and then the next week they will do an audition. They'll come in and audition for it, and then they'll be cast, and then the week after that they will start some rehearsals. And depending on what scene you're in, you might rehearse on a Tuesday or a Thursday, but you always have class on Wednesday. And Wednesdays you learn all kinds of basics, and you have a lot of fun. Those kids have a lot of fun learning to sing and to dance, and it's just a great activity, and it is so inexpensive. It's $65 for 3 months worth of instruction and being in a production.
Yeah.
Now in Spokane, they have I've looked it up, a week class, 1 week long, is $250.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have a really good deal here.
And you know, we've covered this before on the show, and we covered it with Scott a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago before our show when Catherine Patton was here. The impact that theater and the arts have on children.
Yeah.
You know, we were telling stories. I played football, I wrestled, I played sports my whole life, and I'm not really in contact with any of those people anymore. But who I am in contact with, and the fondest memories I have of childhood and growing up, are from doing theater.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that we sort of pinpointed is that you put yourself in a very vulnerable position. You know, being in theater and putting yourself out there, and you expose yourself to other people who are also being vulnerable, and that creates this bond. Not even so much vulnerable, but just really putting yourself out there, and you have to lay yourself bare to do theater, and it really opens yourself up to really deep, true connections and friendships in a way that I'm not sure sports does.
Well, and I think it's really a life skill teacher.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in school, in public school, you're with your peers.
Yeah.
So you're just with third graders. You get to go out and recess with third graders. You just get to do things.
Right.
But in theater, you are with kids from grade school, middle school, high school, adults, and that's a more natural thing. That's a life skill. The rest of your life you're going to be with people that are different ages, and And I don't know if our listeners got to go to the alumni showcase, but so impressed with alumni that come back, and that they're able to put on these performances. They just go beyond their fear.
Right.
Right.
And I wasn't trying to say that sports doesn't create, great bonds. And
I
mean, I'm not trying to say there's anything wrong with sports because they can be great for kids, but it's just a different it's a different sort of bond,
Yeah.
And I remember doing community theater as a kid and being in the theater with the adults, and there's people, it was the first time in my life I had as a child, adults who were like friends, more than just like, oh, they're an adult, they were friends, and a lot of them I still, they send me messages on my birthday, and we'll chat on Facebook, and they're the people that I met doing theater as a kid.
Yeah, and I've heard Janet tell the kids, it's not my wish for you to be a movie star or to be famous and all that in the theater. It's my wish for you to be involved in and realize the culture and the enrich your life and everything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And it builds confidence too. I mean, you can take that you can take those skills to any job. Especially if you're going to be in any kind of management positions. Being able to communicate and be confident in expressing yourself and speaking in front of other people. It's huge. Benefits. So sorry, I was waxing poetic there.
That's okay. And then coming up, we have the Chewelah Winterfest, and I think you were going to talk a little bit about that.
That is correct. Yeah, so that'll be February 3rd. It's going to be in downtown Chewelah. We're going to have musicians. There's going to be multiple different. There's going to be ski joring, and I believe they're going to be building a half pipe for different snow events. My understanding, what I'm envisioning in my head, is a half pipe. I was busy at the Huff Center with doing stuff with the Creative District last year, and I wasn't able to make it around during the last Winterfest to see what was going on elsewhere. But yeah, this year KCHW is actually partnering with the Winterfest, and we will be doing all the announcing. KCHW is going to be playing on all the speakers going down the street.
Ooh, have fun.
Yeah, and we'll be doing. Me personally, I'll be doing the announcing for the bands. And another exciting thing that we're doing as sort of a precursor, I guess, a warm-up, if you will, to Chewelah's Got Talent that's happening in May.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be doing some small showcases of past Chewelah's Got Talent contestants and winners. And we'll hopefully, maybe we'll get a couple of new people, and we'll be doing, for the breaks in between the acts and the musicians, we'll be doing a little taste of Chewelah's Got Talent.
How fun! Yeah. How fun! I'm so glad that's coming back.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm excited about it, and we haven't talked about it much yet because we're just getting things ramped up, but it's closer than we think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be doing 2 preliminary rounds of the Chewelah's Got Talent. It's going to be the 2 Saturdays preceding May 4th.
Oh
so
yeah.
This year is I dug up cleaning through the station all the old signs from all the old Chewelah's Got Talent shows, and May the 4th seems to be a big day. I know Scott especially is a big Star Wars fan, and May the 4th is a big holiday around here. And May the 4th this year lands on a Saturday. So most importantly, I don't have to make new signs.
And then one last thing that's coming up on Friday, January 12th, is our singer series, and they will be moon songs. It says here.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that usher in a new moon, a new year with moon songs. And I know that Janet's got quite a few singers, but if you are new to the area or you are new to one of these singer series and would like to perform,
are they still?
She will still accept, and you can talk to her, and she does some I don't know if you audition or not. I know that she wants to hear you.
Yeah,
But
very nice.
Janet.
Very nice. Fly me to the moon. That's all I'm singing for you guys.
And you have to
Moon River.
Yep, and you have to make sure that no one else is singing your moon song.
Right.
Yeah. I was talking to someone yesterday, Catherine and Patton, and she is one of the ones singing. And
she better sing.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
And so a couple things I'd like to add in there.
Okay.
Generally, we do these. If it is a business, we generally do our sponsors. Another incentive to become a sponsor of KCHW. If you have an event and you'd like your event talked about on the radio, you can become a sponsor of KCHW, and we can throw your events in with our calendar. But this one in particular is one that I'm going to cover because I think it's important to the community. We all need jobs.
Oh, yes.
And
yes.
Lavonne covered it during the news today. January 4th from noon to 3 p.m. is the Mistaqua Hotel career fair. And it is Mistaqua, right? That is the proper pronunciation.
Yeah.
I think it's...
Yeah, because at first we thought it was Mistiqua.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's a
Mistaqua,
soft pronounce. Yeah.
So that's going to be, again, Thursday, January 4th from noon to 3 p.m. They're asking that you park in the lot between the hotel and the casino and enter the hotel from the east side facing the casino. They're hiring all kinds of positions: a barista, a bartender, breakfast attendant, food and beverage cashier and servers, front desk people, housekeepers, lobby attendants, laundry attendants, night auditors. There's all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
They ask that you bring a resume. They're trying to staff an entire hotel.
Yeah.
So that's...
well, and with that resume, there are some things that cross over. Now, maybe you don't have experience in one area, but you'd like to learn that, but your experience is somewhere else. So that resume really is an important thing when you're going for a job.
And I have to say, every business is different, but I got into hotel. I worked in a hotel for a while in Anchorage. I worked at at a Marriott hotel. And I just started there, because I needed a job, and then I ended up being a banquet manager, and then I worked in the restaurant, and then I was a restaurant assistant manager, and I worked. Yeah. I ended up working in every little department of that hotel that needed a somebody to fill in, and it became like a weird little family.
Yeah.
Weird at times dysfunctional, but working in a hotel is definitely an experience you'll never forget. It's a unique thing full of adventures, we'll say.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I had a good time working there. So.
Yeah.
And having keys to get a free room anytime I wanted was really nice. I'm not saying that goes for anybody that works in a hotel, but in my particular jobs, I was allowed.
Nice.
Took a while, but I got there. But yeah, so there's that, and then there was something else I saw that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what it was, and I'm not seeing it on the calendar, so I guess we won't.
Okay.
But don't forget, everybody, this the Winterfest is happening. Winterfest is still looking for sponsors, also as well as radio sponsors.
Right.
We will be. I believe you can contact us here at KCHW. You can contact Evan Shaylock, anyone at Windermere Real Estate. They're also partners. And
it looks like we might have snow for it after all.
Yeah, we might have.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
I really hope we do. And we're going to be doing right here in the radio station. We're going to be doing some indoor warm events for kids.
Oh, nice.
We're not 100% sure what that's going to look like yet. We're working on some activities for kids here. We really hope we have enough snow to be able to bring in some extra snow. We want to do a snowman building contest right here in the KCHW parking lot.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, it would. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be vendors.
Yeah.
I believe Fired Up Pizza is going to be one of the sponsors, and Andy Sandwich and Sports. There's going to be all the businesses downtown are going to be involved. And Casey, we are going to be doing a 50-50 raffle throughout the event as a fundraiser for KCHW.
Yeah.
And we're hoping
What's that?
So a 50-50 raffle, thank you for asking, Lavonne, is you buy a raffle ticket, and then at the end of the day, the money from those raffle tickets gets split in half, and KCHW will get 50% of those ticket sales, and the winner that wins the drawing will get the other 50%.
Oh.
So we could be talking about some real money here if we sell enough tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be good. I'm hoping we might. I got my fingers crossed that winner might get over $1,000. That's my goal. It might be 2. Who knows?
Yeah.
Buy your tickets, people. Yeah, so it'll be fun, and those tickets will be available throughout the event.
Oh, good.
So
good.
Yeah, and there's a lot of great people working on this, and it's been a really nice collaborative effort between businesses and organizations and stuff around town. I know the Friday Market's involved, the creative district's involved, the radio station's involved, the city's involved.
Farmers Market.
Yeah. We have a lot of resources from Chautauqua that have been put into the planning of this.
Yeah.
Nicole Albee has been putting a lot of stuff in for the entertainment.
Yep, she did entertainment during Chautauqua the last few years.
Yeah, so it's good. It's really going to be a good event, and it's fun to see these events and festivals happening. This will be one of a series of events. We're going to have the Winterfest and the Summerfest, and I believe the Fall Fest.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah. So this is the first of. Not even the first, because this happened last year.
Yeah.
Winterfest happened, so this is the second year of Winterfest.
Yeah.
And we're learning and growing, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Ooh, pardon me. I'm excited. So is that about wrap us up for local happenings?
Me. Yeah.
Yeah. There's some good stuff. It's nice. It's kind of nice right now to be in a little bit of a lull.
Yes.
I know you just
down.
listed about 20 minutes worth of things happening, but that is less than normal.
Yeah.
So it's nice. I call it a lull, even though we're in the middle of planning a huge event in 30 days. All right, so we got about 10 minutes left in the show. We're going to go into the news attack.
Ooh.
This is where the first part of the story is true. The second part is a really lame joke.
Yeah.
That Sharon wrote. Sharon wrote these jokes. So if they're bad, we're going to blame Sharon.
Yeah.
Speaking of, why don't you go ahead and lead us off, Sharon?
Sure. Police in Brazil are looking for a man who punched out a McDonald's drive-thru window because he couldn't get the specific sauce he wanted. Wow. Addiction of any kind is an ugly thing. Poor guy. Yeah.
Give me the sauce. Give me the sauce.
I think it's interesting that McDonald's is all over the world. Yeah.
They have a bunch of new sauces. I think we went there a few weeks ago with the kids and tried some of the new sauces, and I didn't like them. Nothing beats the good old sweet and sour for the nuggets, you know? All right, take us to the next one, Lavonne.
Okay, researchers say heavy people who read and investigate what's on nutrition labels begin eating healthier. And people who eat nutrition labels tend to be the thinnest of all. I've been looking for a good diet, so maybe I should check that out.
This tastes healthy. New survey finds that almost half of Americans didn't read a single book last year. Well, who needs books when you have a terms and conditions novel every time you update an app? Do you guys read those?
Yeah, we all read those, right?
Yeah, that's terrible. Lord knows what you've clicked on to accept in the past.
I know.
What kind of things you sign your life away to? Some sort of Faustian nightmare?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the same survey that said half of Americans didn't read a single book. Well, I haven't read a book in years. In fact, I'm just waiting for the movie version of the dictionary.
I believe Tom Hanks is starring in that.
Yeah.
I believe
scientific paper. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, I believe he's revising the Forrest Gump character.
Oh,
it's just gonna be Forrest Gump on a park bench reading the dictionary. Yeah. Go ahead, Lavonne.
A scientific paper speculated that Neanderthals died out because when the weather began getting colder, they never learned to wear coats. What? Or close the door. I mean, I think the first one's a pretty good punchline, but
and that wasn't even the punchline.
They didn't have doors. They were in a cave.
Well, and if they ate animals, they'd have animal skins. So I don't know about that.
Yeah.
That seems strange.
Yeah, that seems a little weird.
It does.
An investment group says Twitter is worth 71% less today than when Elon Musk bought it. Ooh, that's the biggest drop since my self-esteem in middle school.
Oh. 71% less is a lot. That's a long ways.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
That means it's only worth 30 or 29%.
29%. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a game rich people play. Let's buy a really expensive company and just run it into the ground and see how fast we can destroy it.
Yeah, so that something else that we have investments in will grow. You know, I mean, we'll send them some other direction.
Well, and I don't want to get too much into the Elon Musk hate, but I know there have been some other companies, like some of the other bigger companies that he kind of had a hand in founding, became successful after he left the company.
Oh.
And that
like
seems
PayPal?
to be, yeah. Like PayPal was was getting off the ground, and then Elon Musk was trying to do weird stuff. I believe he tried to name it X.
Oh.
And
really,
yeah, that he tried that.
And
that
he
was,
finally succeeded.
Yeah, that was one of his earlier things, and the executives and the board had enough, and they got rid of him, and then it really blossomed and bloomed and became what PayPal is today. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Whose turn is it now?
I don't know.
I think it's Sharon.
Okay, the NFL just fined the owner of the Panthers for throwing a drink into the stands because his quarterback threw an interception.
Wow.
Oh, who knew the most accurate throw at the Panthers game would come from the owner's box?
All right, takes out the last one here, Lavonne.
Scientists at the University of Oregon say each of us is surrounded all day by our own unique microbial cloud. Sounds like a good reason to put those masks back on.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. But, I remember my mom saying that my cousins, who were kind of a wild bunch, were the healthiest kids she ever saw. And she said, they never wore shoes. They never wore coats. They'd run outside in the snow with, bare feet just to say they could do it. She said my aunt, her sister-in-law, didn't keep a very clean house. She said her idea was they probably got exposed to all kinds of germs and they just got, immune to stuff. But they were awfully healthy cousins. I never remember them getting sick. So I don't know. Maybe we over take care of things or overprotect.
You know what's funny is I mentioned earlier working in like banquets and hotels and stuff. I have never been healthier in my life than when I was working for banquets and exposed to all those people and all those dirty dishes and all those plates.
Yeah.
I never got sick when I worked there.
Yeah.
Ever.
And yet, teachers get sick more than anybody. I'll bet you there's a scientific study to prove that because they get all the illnesses from the kids. They're famous for that.
Because kids are gross.
Yeah, but I think that is especially true of first-year teachers. I think first-year teachers get everything.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Kids,
you mean
kids aren't
the
gross.
teachers on their first year?
Yes,
or
the teachers on their first year.
First grader.
Yeah,
okay.
no, first year. My mom was a teacher, and I don't remember her ever taking a day off for being sick. But then I wasn't around when she started teaching.
Do teachers get perfect attendance awards at the end of the year if they don't miss a day, like the kids do?
No.
Well, at one time when I worked for the school, we did get. This was several years back, and I just was a bookkeeper, but I got an award. I actually got a jean coat or jean shirt, and it says perfect attendance in the year on it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but they don't do that anymore because nobody'd get the award.
Well, I was gonna say I don't mean to get on a soapbox, but I especially post COVID, I really hope schools do away with the perfect attendance awards.
Oh yeah,
because
the pressure.
all that does is force kids to go to school when they're sick.
Yeah,
and make all the other kids sick.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're not going to get perfect attendance without going to school sick at some point during the year. So if you're sick, just stay home. You can make up the day. You're not going to miss a lot. Just stay home.
Yeah, and we've been told that forever, but I don't think we really paid attention until we had COVID. Now people will stay home and say, I've got a cold, I'm not going.
Right.
And I don't think we ever did that before.
Yeah.
That was just part of life. You had a cold, oh well, too bad.
Yeah, you may have had perfect attendance, but because of you, 10 other people couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that is about wraps us up for the day. Anything else you guys got to say before we end the show?
No, I just want to encourage people to listen to the radio and read the local newspaper.
Yes.
And
And thank you guys so much for coming back. It's been a while. We've been off the air for a couple of weeks for the holiday break. It's good to be back. We had a little bit of a rough start this morning. We got started a little late, had some technical difficulties, and glad we're back on. And I'll be out for the rest of the week. I'll be traveling, but Scott will be back in the morning tomorrow with Scott and Alan for the Two Amigos show, and then Friday it's going to be Scott and Jet.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be great, and we're going to get things back on. The next week I will be back on with you guys on Wednesday, and then Scott on Thursday and Friday, and Scott will be on with Val on Tuesday. And once again, we'd like to remind, just let everyone know that the Winterfest is coming up February 3rd. It's going to be save the date. Make sure you come out, support your local businesses, support the town of Chewelah.
Isn't it on the 6th? Isn't the 3rd? Oh, it doesn't matter.
Saturday the 3rd.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you were a past contestant and Chewelah's Got Talent, or interested in taking part of the Chewelah's Got Talent show this year, we'd love to hear from you and maybe get you up on stage during Winterfest as a little teaser for Chewelah's Got Talent. We're going to be starting to put that together here in the next week or two, and really hoping to put on a good show this year for Chewelah's Got Talent. There's a lot of talented people in here.
A lot.
And we're really going to start pushing that show.
Yeah.
And really hoping to put on a good show.
Yep.
So.
And there's all kinds of great talent. There's singing, there's comedians, there's piano players, there's little bands, all kinds.
I'm hoping we get a magician or two.
Yeah.
I love a good magic show.
Yep.
So and for that show, we will be looking for sponsors. We're gonna hope to give out some cash prizes for the winners, as we have in years past.
Yep.
So if you're a business out there looking and you want to listening and you want to take part in this year in Chewelah's Got Talent, we will very soon start to get those sponsorships going for the Chewelah's Got Talent show, so they can help showcase and support our local talent.
Yeah.
So anyway, it is 9:00. We are about out of time. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Lavonne, for coming today.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
Goodbye, everybody. Say goodbye, Sharon. Say
goodbye, Sharon.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Have a good one, everyone.
All right.
It's 9:01.